guys, welcome back to another edition of Ironhead Cards. Hey, it is Super Bowl week. We got the Super Bowl coming up in a few days. Chiefs versus Bucks, and I've been ripping a lot of baseball. I ripped some hockey the other day, some basketball, and I feel like we should do some sort of football video to celebrate the Super Bowl. Fortunately, I really don't have a lot of football product to rip. It's just been really hard. I haven't been able to get my hands on any of the 2020 Optic. Trying. I'm going card hunting and I'm trying, but it's hard. So I figured this would be a great time to kind of do a little bit of a tip video, mail day video combo. So again, if you're like an old veteran to card collecting, this is probably a bunch of no duh type of stuff. But if you're somewhat new to card collecting like I am, I've only been in it for a few months here, ever since kind of the boom and football season and everything. If you're kind of new to card collecting, I wanted to give like kind of a tip video on how to collect cards when A, they're hard to get, and B, like the price of boxes on the secondary market can get really crazy, like $50-$100 for a blaster, and obviously megas are going to be more, and hobby boxes are they're out of my price range, I'll tell you that. So anyway, one thing that I've kind of done over the last few months is I've gotten into group breaks through eBay or through just guys that offer it, organize it through Discord or on YouTube and stuff like that. And one of the really nice things about getting into breaks is that you're able to spend a little less, and if you do the right one where they're opening like 10 blaster boxes, or 20 hangers or a lot of stuff, you could still get a decent amount of cards for not a lot of money. You could narrow it down to the teams that you want, the guys you're hunting for, and stuff like that. So getting into breaks has kind of saved me some money, just getting into the sports card hobby, because A, I can't always find the box, and B, the ones on the secondary market are super expensive. So I'll kind of take you down my my football season journey of breaks. I will say that I've done a couple of breaks. I want to say the one that I've done the most is with the Laces Outbreakers. Those guys over in Washington State, they are pretty awesome. And shout out to Laces Outbreakers. A lot of these are stuff I've pulled with them, and I've also done stuff with Fishing Wax. He's a really good breaker as well, and among other guys. So I'll kind of take you through my journey of who I was breaking for and chasing after, and you'll see what I hit or missed, in a bunch of these breaks. So starting things off, I started the process of going through breaks by I was hunting for Jerry Jeudy cards with the Broncos. That's who I kind of started off with, and here's like one of my first breaks I did. I can't remember who it was with, but yeah, I was going for Broncos, and this was back when Mosaic was the hot thing. So I was breaking for Mosaic, and you can see in this pack I've got a KJ Hamler, who initially I was not super pleased about getting, but he kind of finished the year strong, so I'm pretty pleased to have a KJ Hamler rookie. Got some more, let me get that focused, some more Broncos base, like Melvin Gordon here. I got a John Elway, Terrell Davis, another Melvin Gordon, Von Miller. Got some green Terrell Davis, some green John Elway, and we've got a silver Hall of Fame John Elway. So I'm not a big Broncos guy, but it's nice to get silvers and colored cards of big names. But yeah, so this was kind of the start of my breaking journey, chasing after Broncos cards. It really hard to get those Jerry Jeudy's, but I did get a KJ Hamler from that break. And I'll go through all these cards for my breaks that I'll kind of go through today, and I think we'll try to do a giveaway, since I'll have a lot of cards, so they're probably duplicates, and maybe someone that's watching might be interested in some of these cards. I mean, most of the stuff I've broken has been like Prism or Mosaic, so be happy to give away some of my duplicates. All right, this next Broncos break, I got a touchdown Masters Peyton Manning, which is a really nice looking card. I I'm trying to collect all the touchdown masters for Mosaic. I think they're great looking cards. Also, this is the first year Mosaic 2020 was, so it was a pretty neat card to get. Another Drew Lock. Drew Lock got game. Another Von Miller. Also, if anyone is a Broncos fan and is interested in any of these like base cards, feel free to shoot me a message in the comments or shoot me an email or a message on Instagram. Like, I'd be happy to send you some of these Broncos base, like these Terrell Davises and some of these John Elways. Like, I don't really need them. So if you want any of them, feel free to, shoot me a note, and I'd be happy to mail them to you. We pulled a bunch of John Elways in this set. Flea Flicker, John Elway, Terrell Davis, Ed McCaffrey. That was a nice card. Another KJ Hamler. This was a KJ Hamler base. So, pretty cool card. Again, he finished the year strong, so I'm excited to see what KJ Hamler does in his second year. This was a Flea Flicker. This was a Mosaic Prism Flea Flicker of the big three from Broncos history. So that was nice. And then, again, another KJ Hamler. This one is a Mosaic. It's for those of you that are wondering, it's Mosaic because of the pattern, and it's in Mosaic. So it sounds weird to say Mosaic, but I think that's what it's referred to, KJ Hamler. This one's not the greatest. It's kind of off-centered, as you can see, kind of from the left and right. But, pretty cool card to get. Again, I got a lot of KJ Hamlers, so pretty pleased about that. All right, and this is the last Broncos break I think I did. Pulled some Drew Locks, 2 Will to Win Drew Locks. So, I mean, I don't think he is the guy of the future for them. Maybe John Elway thinks otherwise. I think he's so. Oh, you know what? I will say there's some Vikings in this one, because this break I did with Laces Out, I believe, and this was a break where I had 2 teams. I had Vikings and Broncos. So some Vikings here. I got a Danielle Hunter pink. We'll put some of the nicer cards over here in this pile. Let's get organized. Philip Lindsay green. Cortland Sutton green. And so much of Drew Lock and Von Miller I've got here. I guess this was a Prism Mosaic break. So I did get a Prism of Cortland Sutton, and then some Vikings. I was hoping to get a Jerry Jeudy this break. I remember this break did not get any. I'm not Jerry. I wanted a Justin Jefferson. Did not get any Justin Jefferson or Jerry Jeudy for that matter. I remember I was looking for both JJs. Didn't get either of them, but there's some of the Vikings veterans. So yeah, I went through a period of chasing Broncos, and all I got were KJ Hamlers, which again I can't really complain about. I was hoping for Jerry Jeudy's, could not really get any. I ended up buying a Jerry Jeudy. So sometimes that's the other thing. If you're chasing someone through a lot of breaks, you're not getting them. Sometimes it's just better just to buy them. Okay, this next one. After a while, I was chasing this guy, Patrick Queen, for the Ravens. So I did a few breaks with Ravens, trying to get like a silver, a Patrick Queen, just because I think he's up there for Defensive Rookie of the Year. I don't know if he'll win it or not, but he logged a bunch of tackles. Looked like the real deal. Like he could be, I don't know if he'll be Ray Lewis, but he'll be one of the anchors of that Ravens tough D for a while. So was looking for some silver Patrick Queens. And I pulled a lot of Ravens cards in these breaks, but I did actually better with the Ravens than I did with the Broncos. I will say that. So who do we have here? We have Marquise Brown, Earl Thomas III before the Ravens released him, Matt Judon, Marquise Hollywood Brown, Matt Judon, Lamar Jackson, base, Ed Reed. Big Ed Reed fan. I think he was one of the all-time greatest safeties. Mark Andrews Pro Bowl, and a Lamar Jackson Pro Bowl. So, some pretty good base cards. I mean, Ravens have got a lot of really good players. So, I remember, like I said, I was chasing Patrick Queen, but also I remember as the year went, kind of similar with the Broncos and the Broncos, how I had all those Hamlers. I was chasing Judy, and Hamler ended up doing pretty well as well. So I ended up being happy with the Hamlers. So the other thing, as the year went with the Ravens, I was chasing Queen, but also toward the end of the year, J.K. Dobbins started having a really good year. So I was chasing some J.K. Dobbins. So Patrick Queen, like, I was happy to pull this base rookie. It's a pretty good looking rookie, pretty decently centered. Like I said, I really have high expectations for him. He's in his college uniform, which isn't great, but you know, it is what it is. Got a lot of color here. Got a Lamar Jackson. I think this was called the gold reactive. I can't quite remember, gold or orange reactive. Matt Judon, former Saint Mark Ingram. Always a big fan of Mark Ingram. MVPs, Lamar Jackson, and yeah, this was the big pull for me with Patrick Queen. This is the silver Patrick Queen. So like I said, sometimes you get lucky. I was lucky to pull this one. This one's not terribly well centered. I mean, it's okay, but you could tell this side, but that line's a little thinner than the one on the one on the left. So happy to pull a silver Patrick Queen, but yeah, I think he's got a bright future. So that was a really great card. I was really happy with. And then I remember as I was doing all these breaks, I was like, okay, I'm collecting Ravens and Broncos, you know, and I just was able to, hop into a cheap Saints break. So the Saints, as you know, are my team. And that's the other thing, you know, when you hop into breaks, you know, sometimes you're chasing guys, sometimes you just want to collect a bunch of your own favorite team. The nice thing about the Saints didn't have any really big time rookies this year that had cards. So I remember I was able to get in some Saints breaks for just, you know, like $8 or something like that. So something like $8, $9, $10. You know, if it could pull you, you know, 6 or 7 cards, that's, you know, pretty good. Again, sometimes it beats doing that as opposed to paying $40 for a secondary market hanger box, and then you have a bunch of guys from teams you don't want. So it ended up being pretty cool just for my own personal collection. And this one got a Marshawn Lattimore base, Cam Jordan, one of my favorite players, base. Got an Alvin Kamara base, so happy about that. Always good to see Alvin. Another Cam Jordan, and another Alvin. I will say, I don't know if you could see these. The thing that was tough about Mosaic is that you can see that they have little dimples in this up here on the card. So kind of that chromium finish does leave it vulnerable to dimples. And then I guess one of the nicer cards in this pull was this gold reactive of Marshawn Lattimore. So yeah, pretty happy to get that card. So yeah, so that was just a cheap Saints pull. So again, you could chase players, or if you just want to get a couple of cards of guys from your favorite team, sometimes it's just the cheaper way to go because, you know, they're opening 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 blaster boxes, and you should get a handful of your guys. So after that, I think it was like mid 2/3 of the way through the year, I started chasing Kyle Duggar on the Patriots. So Kyle Duggar is a guy who went to a small school named Lenore-Rhine, like that Bill Belichick found in this past year's draft at just some small school, and he ended up logging a lot of tackles and a lot of stats. Like, he's one of those kind of, diamonds in the rough that Bill Belichick always finds and coaches up. And then, I saw this guy's like, oh, he could be like a Devin McCourty type, or a guy that can just be with the Patriots for 10 years. And, so I was like, I'm going to try to get some Kyle Duggar. So this is me chasing Kyle Duggar. So this is with Prism. This was an Anthony Jennings, Orange Disco, Stephon Gilmore, Orange Disco, Teddy Bruschi, Orange Disco, Patriots legend there, Teddy Bruschi base, James White base, and then we had another Anthony Jennings base. Actually, all my cards are going all over the place. These piles might not actually make very much sense in the end, but okay. Here's another Patriots break I did. And let's see what we got here. We have Julian Edelman base. Oh, you know, this was another. I think this was another one of those breaks where I did it where I guess I had two teams with laces out breakers. So this was a Patriots Cardinals time. I think I had. So I was hoping to get, I guess, second year Kyler Murray or something along with Duggar. But here, Julian Edelman, Aeneas Williams. It's funny, like when I see on all these channels, a lot of people have struggled to say Aeneas. It's Aeneas. Some people are saying anus, which I'm sure he does not appreciate. But Aeneas Williams, a Hall of Famer, Kenyon Drake, Byron Murphy, the great Patrick Peterson, and I do remember, yes, getting this card, and I was super stoked. I think this is it's not snake skin, but it was some sort of teal special card of Devin McCourty. Devin McCourty, really great player. Like a lot of respect for Devin McCourty. And this was a numbered card. It was hard to read these numbers, but if you kind of see it, this card was 146 out of 175. So really neat Devin McCourty we had here. So I was happy to get that. Again, you never know. Sometimes you pull something you're not expecting when you're chasing Kaizen breaks, but that was a pleasant surprise. And then this one, I did, again, Laces Out Breakers. Really cool guys. I hopped in one of their breaks where they randomized the teams, so I got two teams. And in this one, I got the Titans and the Jaguars, which, you know, are not teams that anyone is really looking for in 2020, but I was able to pull some decent cards, I think, here. So we've got a Orange Disco, Darrington Evans. Got regular old Derrick Henry. Regular old Miles Jack. We've got a Go Hard or Go Home Derrick Henry. Jaguars rookie Clavon Chason. Former LSU Tiger. Clavon Chason. And this was a nice one. I remember getting this one. This was an A.J. Brown Disco Brilliance. So A.J. Brown, second year, has turned out to be a real just dynamic playmaker for the Titans. So really pleased to get that card. Kind of a special insert there. Another special insert, A.J. Brown, a Disco Hype of A.J. Brown. Very cool. And then lastly, Jake, I don't know if it's a Luton or Lutton. Jake Luton, I guess, for the Jaguars, Orange Disco. So, yeah. Safe to say he is not going to be throwing any passes for Jacksonville, who I assume will take Trevor Lawrence with the first overall pick. And they still have Gardner Minshew on their roster, so Jake Luton, or Luton, I don't know how you say his name, probably not a super valuable card. But hey, let's pick out some cards for the giveaway. I'm going to see, let's see what we have here. Let's do sweet little giveaway special pack, I guess. Let's do. Okay. Whoops. Let's go in here. You know, I'll give away Jake. I will. I'm sure someone will appreciate him somewhere more than I will. Let's see. James. I'll give away Teddy. And what we got? Give away Judon. And I will give away one of these will to wins. And yeah, okay, I think that's a pretty good little pile. Okay, so I'm gonna give away all 5 of these cards. We've got a Pro Bowl Mark Andrews, a orange disco rookie of Jake Luton for the Jaguars, orange disco of Teddy Bruschi, a orange reactive or gold reactive of Matt Judon, and a will to win mosaic of Drew Lock. So how would this giveaway work? I would say, first, if you could like and subscribe here on the channel, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Then in the comments, just leave a comment on who is gonna win the Super Bowl and what is and who is the MVP. Who do you think the MVP will be? So posting this video soon, and then we'll give it a few days, and then I'll kind of run the giveaway winner on Super Bowl Sunday. But yeah, just post who's going to win the Super Bowl and who is the MVP in your comments, and then I'll do a randomizer, and the winner will get all of these cards, just as a giveaway, just as kind of a little thanks for being a follower, being a viewer. Yeah, anyway, thanks guys. Again, feel free to share this, and little giveaway for the followers and the watchers of this channel. Enjoy the Super Bowl, guys. I'll announce the winner on Super Bowl Sunday. Have a great weekend, and we'll catch you later, guys, right here on Ironhead Cards.